Hey, welcome back to our tutorial patch. Today we're going to be showing you and telling you exactly what it takes to connect two different networks to a router to be able to route information from one point to another. So here in Packet Tracer is a demonstration of two separate network or two different offices, and to be able to communicate using or to send data from one end of this network to another end, from here to this point, we'll have to get a router. So these are all predefined. I have already installed the devices and hooked them up to this switch, and we'll have two separate servers here, and we'll also have two separate servers here. So this is a different building, this is also a different building. So they are on similar IP addresses. That is only 172. They are all only 172. And in our last video, we had two separate IP addresses. 10.0.0.1 and 192 was also this end. But today we have these two separate batch of devices that is hooked up here on the same nodes, and similar thing is here. They are in the same building, but they can't send data from this end. So like say James cannot send data to any of the PC across this end because there is no link between the two of them. So we can only do that with the help of a router. So this router has already been predefined. So I'm going to show you here. We have already, this is the interface of the router. This router is already configured with 192. This is the default IP address, but it is being configured using DHCP. So it's the dynamic host control protocol we are using. We're not going to use static in this exercise. So this is the router. I've already configured this router here. So we are going to use this local area network that has the IP address to be able to link a cable to be able to broadcast information from the other network into the other office. So let's go back. So here's the router. To enable this to be able to give, because normally router is the gateway to our communication, or it's like the security that will allow you to access any of the PCs. So take it as an example. This is a school building that has students in a class, and this is also a school building. So this is a gate. So if you want, as a parent, if you want to access this room, you must meet at the gate with the security and tell him that you want to talk to Amos. So he or she will send information to this reception desk, telling the receptionist that there is a student in your class, or the receptionist that there is a client in your office called James that PC5 want to talk to. So can you give us that person to talk to? Then the switch going to transmit that data to James. That is, hey James, there's someone out there who also want to talk to you. Then James going to allow that. So we're going to see how this can work. So to do that, you just have to come for a straight through cable. Connect the straight through cable here. We're going to use the gigabit internet and connect here to gigabit 1 and come back for another cable and connect from here gigabit 2 and to the switch we'll connect to gigabit 2. So that's going to give us a link here with this network A and network B. So let's fast track that and see what will happen. So in here we now have, you see, the ports are up and running. If you see the device name, I just named the device as the IP address. So if you look here, there are 2 gigabit port that is up. Gigabit port 1 and 2 is up. So if you also check on the switch here, you also see a port of a gigabit is also in this line that is also up. So that is all the way down So 0, 1 is up. If you also come this end, you will also see that it is also up. So definitely it means that these two ports are now accepting data. So it will send data. Take for example, come here and take a PDU from here, from this laptop, and to this laptop. Let's send to this server. So if you look down here, it is successful that we are route our data from here to this point. There's a clear definition that you can now see our data. So let's look at the simulation package. So if you come to simulation, you will see one information here. So if you play that, we're going to see data transporting from here, coming here to this switch. The switch have analyzed it, and now I've sent it to this router. The router is also analyzing, and I've sent across here. You see how it is moving, right? We have it to our central server. So now you will see here this multi-layer switch, and the reply is going to come. Just watch it. So we'll have this multi-layer switch that was able to transmit its data from here all the way through Monrovia, and it hits all the way here because our central server is in Monrovia. I'm a Liberian too, so that's why I'm using my own country here as the central office for this server to be hooked up to this router and switch. So you will see in here it's also responding back and forth. So that is how literally you can do. So the next step we're going to do is to ping. We have just sent the data, and let's also know as well if we ping using the ping command, we can get this data transmitted. Come back to real time. Now we want to ping. Let's look at this server here. This server is 108, so 172.16.30.108, and we want to see if we can ping PC. Let's look at this PC 7. Okay, we want to use PC 7 to ping this. We want to use PC 7 to ping 108. So come to PC 7, double click, come to desktop, and you go to command line. So if you come to command line and you say ping 172.16.30.8. So now you see we have just sent 32 bytes of data to our server there. So we send 4 packets, and all 4 will receive 0 loss. So that is how basically you can route data from one point to another, but you have to firstly configure all of your devices using your unique IP addresses for each of them. And so all of these servers here have different IP addresses. This is a software server we have here, and this is a media server, and the other hand server also have a server here. So all of these things can just be you can just send data from one end to another if and only if you have this router. So basically router is one of the layer in the OSR model that handle packets. Whenever you send data, that data is being broken down into what we call frames, and that frame will go in the form of hidden pieces, like a packet goes in pieces, and it will be spread out firstly to all of these computer while finding the necessary route. So you will see that it will be transmitted from one end to another. So thank you for listening, and thank you for following us. If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up, drop your comment, leave your comment in the comment section below, and we will do whatever recommendation you want to do to us. We will definitely show you how we can do these things in Cisco Packet Tracer. Thank you for watching. Drop your comment, like, share, and don't forget to hit the subscription button and hit the notification button whenever we are back, so that you will know what we're going to do. Thank you. Join us for our next video.